Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. Okay, so this morning, Mary's going to start with the water and weather, and then after, we're going to move on to some news that's going on around the world. All right, take it away, man.
All right, thank you, Donald.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone. In Blairsville right now it's 50 degrees, and we do have some pretty dense fog until around 9 a.m. So if you're out and about, take some extra time and be cautious. We're looking at a high of 60 today in Blairsville with mostly cloudy skies and some morning fog, of course, 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. And then tonight, a low of 24 degrees. It's going to be overcast and a few flurries or snow showers are possible. 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. On Blood Mountain today, there is a freeze watch until November 11th of 2025 at 10 a.m. And there's also a freeze warning until November 10th of 2025 until 10 a.m. The high today is going to be 55. It's going to drop to 41 in the afternoon in areas of fog before 10 a.m. It will be partly sunny and the winds will be 10 to 15 mile per hour with gusts up to 35. And then tonight, 22 degrees rising to 26 overnight. A chance of snow showers before 7 p.m. and mostly cloudy. Winds will be 20 to 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 45 miles per hour with a 20% chance of precipitation. So let's remember a few things here. We should always do this when we set up camp. Let's check loose limbs and branches so we can be safe. And it's that time of year to keep the filters warm. So at night, keep them in your bag with you. And then during the day, keep them in your coat pocket as you hike to keep them warm so that thin layer of water doesn't freeze and destroy your filter. Water is good for the most part. Let's remember to top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter and Lance Creek. Lance Creek is your last reliable source before you climb Blood. And then Neil Gap top off because Neil's Hog Pen is dry. Hog Pen has water. Great Smoky Mountains National Park, Newfound Gap Road, and Roaring Fork Road will close today, 11/9/2025, at 6 p.m. due to forecasted severe weather. The park will reassess the weather conditions on Monday to see if it's going to remain closed or reopen. And then the ongoing bear issues in the Smoky Mountains is closed due to bears, Twin Creeks Trail, and campsites 18, 19, 55, 56, 57, and 82. All shelters are open. And then the bear warnings, Gatlinburg Trail, Cataract Falls Trail, and Cove Mountain Trail, campsite 71. Donald, I'm turning it over to you now to talk about some other things going on out here.
All right, sweet. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, good morning, guys. All right, let's start like this. It is 5:54 a.m. and it is 11/9/2025. And if no one knows, man, the 11 is November, man. So, reminding myself too, guys. So. All right, let's start like this. So in California, we have a rescue in Angeles National Forest. So we have two women were found safe by a SAR team near Switzer Falls after the pair of hikers got lost in the Angeles National Forest. According to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, the woman used the iPhone SOS feature to request help, which provided rescuers with the hikers' exact location. Our stations texted them to stay put because help was on the way, Mike Liam, a SAR group leader from the Sheriff's Department, wrote. I grabbed two trainees and we took off down the trail. During our search, the station then told us that they were cold and screaming. We increased the pace. In a photo after the search and rescue, the women were seen eating butter and jelly sandwiches given to them by Liam. He noted during his career, dozens of lost souls have enjoyed such sandwiches. Nice. And so, when the alert goes out for the missing hikers, his wife Nancy quickly makes the sandwiches. The hikers were grateful for our effort and learned a valuable lesson and made it home safe. That's definitely a cool story right there.
I skipped a page.
No worries. I like that.
I do too.
All right. And so in Arizona, two rescues, firefighters in Scottsdale and Phoenix helped two injured hikers off the trails in separate incidents hours apart. Valley firefighters were busy Saturday morning responding to two separate mountain rescues in Scottsdale and Phoenix. Scottsdale Rescue Just after 11 a.m., Scottsdale and Phoenix Fire Technical Rescue crews were called to a trail near 23,000 North 128th Street after a 30-year-old hiker suffered a seizure about a mile in. And the only reason I just chuckle is because that place is another hot spot,
Right.
man. There's always something going on there, man. Always. And so when I read those words together, it's like, oh, here we go. But this sucks right here, though. He suffered a seizure a mile in. Scottsdale Fire deployed e-bikes to reach the man and bring him safely off the trail. He was stable and declined transportation after being evaluated. So 2 thumbs up for SARS. I'm glad that turned out well. All right, now here we go with the next rescue in that area. So Phoenix, earlier in the morning around 10:15 a.m., Phoenix fire crews were called to Pima Canyon Trailhead, another hot spot, at South Mountain for an injured male hiker. The man suffered a lower leg injury. Firefighters used a battalion truck to safely get him off the mountain. He was treated and taken to the hospital for further evaluation.
When I saw those 2 spots, I was certain it was going to be dehydration.
Yeah, right. Dehydration. Yeah, most definitely. Those are the hot spots. But now it's cooling off.
Yeah.
So we probably won't see that. We're going to see, and I always see like lower leg injuries, ankle or lower leg injuries, man, in that area.
Good job on all the rescues there.
Right,
We got out
dude.
safely for all of those rescues.
Yes,
So
dude.
thankfully.
Yes, bro, definitely. 2 thumbs up to SAS once again,
That's
man.
right. They do a lot of work selflessly to help keep everybody safe and make sure they all get out of the woods or wherever they're at safely.
And so another thing that I thought was cool was that the ladies were able to push a SOS text off, but not only that, they stayed still
Yes.
and did not move or go anywhere or try to walk further somewhere else. They stayed in the position that
That's
they were supposed to
That's
stay,
right.
where
That's
they
right.
sent the text off, or excuse me, where they sent the ping off for their SOS. So a lot of people, not a lot, but if you read or listen to our the rescues and stuff, you listen to the articles that we're reading, you'll start to see kind of a pattern going on. People will send off the SOS or call in for rescue, and then they'll move. And so, I mean, it happens a lot, man. And the best thing to do is sit down, sit still, don't move, don't go anywhere else. Let rescue find you.
That's right. That's right.
So, all right. And so I wanted to move on to this right here. And this is an article I ran across this morning. And so, and I just read through it to see what it was about. And it's kind of interesting, actually. And so a hiker stumbles on a distressing scene deep in the woods. I'm going to find this dude, is what he posts online, I guess. And so a hiker took it upon himself to right a number of wrongs he discovered during what should have been a peaceful, relaxing walk deep in the woods. TikToker Rusty Ringolo, a self-described nature enthusiast, shared a 2-minute video in which he found a number of freshly tagged trees and did his best to remove the paint. So that guy just sprayed it on here, he said. Let's get it gone. I'm going to find this dude. Rusty was able to scrape off some, even most of the graffiti with a gloved finger and fallen leaves, but it was everywhere. If I see him again, I'll put my ghillie suit on and start sniping him with the blow darts from the shadows, he wrote. How disappointing and disrespectful. Commenters were sympathetic to Rusty's concerns, though one encouraged him to keep things from getting violent. This is sad. Please don't do anything to get yourself in trouble, they wrote. I get it. It's very wrong, but I promise he will get his. Malevolent behavior in nature not only creates hazards for flora and fauna, but also affects others' abilities to enjoy the great outdoors. Paint can harm trees by clogging lenticels, which prevents plants from exchanging gases with the environment, according to the Purdue Extension. It can also affect photoreceptors and result in the harmful and even deadly absorption of toxic chemicals. Prompt removal reduces the damage to the trees as as most paint products have harmful petroleum distillates and other oil properties in them, the extension advised, noting citrus-based biodegradable agents are especially helpful. And so, give me 1 second, guys. All right. And so, paint can impact surrounding vegetation and wildlife, in addition to its obvious negative impacts on aesthetic value. If you observe such disrespectful behavior, non-escalating confrontation, I'm sure you hadn't thought about this yet, but it's always a good way to start. With a dose of education can go a long way, fostering respect and understanding of nature that should lead to a desire to protect it rather than abuse it. And so you'd even be doing the perpetrator a favor, since certain violations can result in massive fines and jail time while others kill majestic creatures. As warming global temps threaten trees, our natural resources become more precious. Trees on their own absorb carbon, filter water, help humans conserve energy, and even reduce violence among their many benefits. All right, and so, one of the biggest benefits that we get from trees is probably oxygen. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Anyways, so for some reason that is not responding to me properly, so we're just gonna ignore it for a minute. But that all being said, yeah, so what I wanted to say about this is, one, the dude was definitely had a right to be angry. I mean, I get angry when I see that stuff. Not angry, I'm more like disappointed and just disgusted is more, you know what I mean, dude? I mean, I guess I feel a little bit of anger, but I don't know if anger is the right word. It's more like sad, disappointed, man. Why do people do that stuff? You know what I mean, man? Why can't everyone just kind of be cool and respect the environment and kind of have the same attitude of that everyone else has on it? You know, not everyone else, but like that. I want to keep the environment clean. I don't want to throw garbage out the window because it makes things look ugly and it hurts the ecosystem, the environment. And you know, I see people throw stuff out the window, and I think it's because they think someone's just going to come along and pick it up. Same thing goes here, man. We see it out on the trails here, man, and at the gaps, man, the access gaps where people can, you know, access the trail, and everyone goes there. Everyone can access it.
That's right.
But it gets littered. People just litter there. They just toss their shit out and think someone's going to pick it up, or they just don't even care. They just say, oh, it's just going to become part of the environment anyways.
Right.
Well, shit, no, man. But the thing here, man, the thing I took from this is the dude wanted to, you know, he's angry, he's wiping it up, but also at the same time, he's super angry, man. And he wants to get violent about it and beat people up and shoot them from a distance in his little sniper suit or whatever, man. And it's like, nah, dude, that's not right, man. You know, posting it online and saying, hey, man, we shouldn't be doing this. Clean it up, man. Show what we can talk about, how we can do our part in making or keeping the the forest clean, and keeping it clean not just for us but for the next person, man. Respecting Jimmy and Johnny and Joni and Janie, because they're coming along behind us, man, and they also want to experience what we experienced.
Right.
And when we leave our trash behind, man, that's not part of the game, man. That shouldn't be how it works, man. So this dude, though, man, definitely, I think, you know, talking about sniping this dude out with blow darts and shit, man, is not the way to handle it.
No, definitely not the way to handle it.
No, man. And so, you know, and he posted this online too, man. So, and I understand being angry, man. I totally get it, or disappointed, or having, you know, some emotions about it,
of
dude.
course. He
Some
has the right
or
to
some
be
negative
disappointed.
emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
totally,
loves
dude.
something and somebody's stepping all over it.
Yeah, but the best way to handle it, and sometimes, so also I wanted to say another thing that I read here was that, you know, sitting down with the violator, man, and trying to teach them, you know, how to be better, how to take care of the forest, how to leave it better for the next person to enjoy it also. And, you know, that can work, man. And I've said it before too, like sit down with the people, but maybe just like action. Some people you can't say anything to, man, because they get all butthurt, man, and then they want to fight you, dude, or something, man, or they just think you're an asshole or being arrogant. Sometimes just like action, man, is the only way to handle something like that, man, and just doing the right thing in front of them, dude, and maybe just like, yeah, this is what I do, man, you know, and not say it directly to them, man, but just kind of, you know, just add it in there, man, just out loud.
By example.
Exactly,
Yeah, you
man.
can't get confrontational because you never know who you're telling these things to.
You don't, man. And people, you know, some people don't take criticism very well.
That's
And
right.
so, or someone just telling them, hey, man, you know, don't do this. You know what I mean, man? Some people want to fight you over it, or like, who are you to say what I can do? And then they start doing it more just to be an asshole, man. There's people out there that do that stuff, man.
That's
you know what
very
I
true.
mean, bro? They just do it because, just because. And it's like, why? What? Why, dude? I don't give a shit what Jimmy's doing over here. If he's littering or not, man, I'm not gonna do what Jimmy's doing because he's doing it, man.
Right, right.
You know what I mean, bro? I mean, it just doesn't make much sense to me. People do that though, man. So, yeah, you know, just sitting down and just blatting stuff out and telling people what to do, man, probably is not the answer either, man. So, it's hard to, you know, you kind of have to, you know, gauge it as, you know, with each person that you're dealing with. Some people just don't know any better. You know what I mean? This is probably some kids too, man, out there trashing shit, dude. You know what I mean, man? So I went to a camp when I was a kid, man, and, you know, it was down in Portland, Maine, dude, on the coast there, and I was really young. I must have been like 9 or 10 years old. But they taught us all, and I was already like this, dude. But I remember this chick named Liza was one of our counselors, and she was this hippie chick, and you know she was like, "Don't break the limbs," and shit like that, man.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, but I was already like that, and I went home and drove all my friends crazy with that, dude, man. They used to be like, Liza said, man! And I was just like, yeah, dude, don't break that. Anyways, dude.
It's true, you know. Don't break the limbs because you know you see sometimes the,
Yeah,
the little
dude.
green trees they're all twisted and then they left and they die because people are trying to get them for firewood and
That's right.
you're not
dude.
going to burn green wood, but there's plenty of wood down.
There's tons of deadwood,
fire.
man. Tons
Just
of
have to-
deadwood everywhere. Burns great, too, man. You know? All right, and so yeah, and so that's what I wanted to say about that. You know, just those few things that I saw in here, and you know what they were saying to do and what not to do. But you know, you kind of just have to gauge it.
That's
You know yourself and make sure that you're not pissing anyone off or making someone do it more because you know just because you know you ask them not to, and try to tell them not to do something to keep things great, nice. Anyways, all right, and so that's about it, really, man. There's some other stuff going on, but we're not gonna drag it on, man. So yesterday, what did we have going on? I can't remember.
I went to Springer a lot.
That's right. So Mary had many Springer runs. So she started at 6 a.m. at Seasons, went down to Springer. After she dropped the Springer ride, she headed back over to Cooper Gap, waited there for the riders, got them in the vehicle, man, headed back down to down to Springer Mountain, then headed on back to Byron Reese Trailhead, back to Springer Mountain, and then we had a
Byron Reese to
Gooch. Okay, dude. And so she ended her day and got back here, and then we had Nemo here from Friday to Saturday. She ran some shuttles, but did a lot of housework around here and got a lot of stuff cleaned
Yes,
up,
definitely.
dusted, scrubbed down, straightened out,
Yes.
rearranged, whatever. So she'll be coming back once a week now to assist us with our house errands, stuff like that. Going to the grocery store, getting things cleaned up, sheets in the washer every week. Yada yada yada. Anyways,
She does a good
dude.
job, so
She does,
appreciate her.
dude. Wonderful, man. It really took a lot of weight off of both our shoulders.
Yep.
So
it's a win-win all around.
that's right, dude. And so today, I thought we were gonna have a slow day, man, but the person we brought down to Springer yesterday from Seasons Inn, called us last night or texted us on their Garmin InReach and wanted a pickup at Three Forks today to go back to Blood Mountain Cabins, and they are going to hike around there. We didn't get the full story, but we will have a story later. But they are definitely getting off trail today at Three Forks. So we dropped them at Springer yesterday around probably 7:30ish. So I don't know what happened, but they texted in at like 7 or something
Yeah.
last night.
I do know he's concerned about the cold weather coming.
Oh, that's right, dude. The brutal weather. That's exactly what it was, dude. It's the brutal weather. He
Yes.
wanted to come in, and he had a reservation up there at Blood Mountain Cabins, so he's able to. We're gonna drop him off up there. We have some of his belongings out back in the back room, man, stashed away, man, his bags and stuff, and we're gonna go ahead and get that packed in the back of the Rav and head on down to Three Forks around 2 p.m.
That's
and scoot our man up. And then we have Michelle Firefly that's coming in tonight, and we will be meeting her at Sandy Springs at 7 p.m. to get her up to Amicalola. We believe her vehicle is there, and she's driving back down to retrieve it. So with a rental. So she's gonna drive down with a rental. She's gonna drop it probably at the airport's what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
Grab the MARTA from the airport to Sandy Springs or North Springs MARTA, where Mary will scoop her up or meet her at North Springs, scoop her up, get her up to at 7 p.m. tonight. Get her up to Amicalola. It's about an hour and 15-minute ride. Probably tonight is Sunday, so it's probably gonna be pretty easy to get up through, so probably an hour and 15 minutes load and everything. So
Definitely.
and then she'll stay the night there, and tomorrow I'm not sure what we have going on yet, but who knows. It'll probably be a busy day.
Yes, I'm sure it will be. Everybody will want to get off the trail at the cold.
That's right, man. And today I have been actually working on building or creating better content. And so last night and yesterday I worked on a lot of stuff, but I found a place where I can get a license to get good music. So I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to look up some other spots, but this place called Lickd, Lickd, will give me a license to use mainstream music like the Doors and shit, dude. Probably not the Doors, but stuff like that, man. So I can go ahead and use that without being flagged. So I'm gonna work on getting that music and then work on some different cameras and stuff and get ready for next year. Plus, we need to get our shop.
Yeah,
gear
it's
us-
coming fast.
Anyways, it'll all come together.
That's right.
And the RAV needs to go into a shop. It needs an intermediate shaft. It's a thing that goes bad on these RAVs. It doesn't go bad. It was a defect, and so we got to get it into the shop and get it fixed sometime. It's nothing big, man. It just needs to get done because I don't like defects or things.
That's right.
Yeah, I want it done. So, but it's gonna take a minute. So we want to do it during slow time. So we're gonna get the parts ready and stuff, man. It's like a little over $1,000 or something to get it fixed. So whatever. That's all mostly wrench time too. By the way, the part's like $200. So, anyways. All right, did you have anything you wanted to say, man?
No, I don't.
Sweet. Oh, did you tell them that we're looking at some snow possibly today?
I did talk about the snow in the
Okay.
weather report. Oh, I do want to mention, I'm going to try to remember to check Richard Russell Highway.
Oh,
348,
yes.
because with the lower temperatures and snow
might
chances,
close.
there's a really good possibility of it closing down. So I'm going to check in with that and try to keep it, updated as much as we possibly can. So once we know, we'll make sure everybody else knows.
All right, guys, man. All right, sweet. So if anyone needs anything at all, you guys give us a jingle. We're here for you. All right, one love, kids. Peace.